Well, we're back. Welcome to the second half of the show from the Frank Beck Studio Annex. Time on overtime, second half. uh, I wanted to get you caught up on the players that stood out at the combine for the Lions. Uh, these players who I think they have a good shot at drafting. They all had formal meetings with the Lions this past week down in Indianapolis. uh, Spring training baseball, all you need to know is the Tigers got waxed today by the Toronto Blue Jays. Again, I've often called spring training baseball a necessary evil, if you will, and that's pretty much what it is. It's a great economic boom for the people in Florida and Arizona, but other than that, it used to be for designed for players to get on there and get in shape because they didn't make a whole lot of money and they had to take off-season jobs in order to supplement their income. And it's not the case anymore. They're all millionaires. They have trainers and nutritionists. They're in the best of shape even before they get to spring training. And a lot of them don't make road trips. Now, the Blue Jays apparently went to Lakeland today and brought all their regulars with them. I don't particularly know why this early in the spring, but anyway. Concerns, yeah, it's pretty much a given that they will not be starting the season with either Matt Vierling or Parker Meadows. And Meadows was the straw that stirred the drink last year during that 31-11 run that they made to the playoffs. And right now, they say he has a nerve issue in his upper arm, and they're waiting for the nerve. I have to Google this or something. They're waiting for the nerve to wake up. I have to Google what they mean. It could take days or it could take months. To me, that's very disconcerting. Apparently right now we'll have to assume that he won't be ready for opening day in a few weeks in LA. And that's a shame. That's too bad. Tim Lilly, Quality PC, will get this in for him. 37 Waldron Street, downtown Hillsdale. 517-610-5372. Any of your technical issues at all, computers, flat screen TV, mounting, programming, setup, maybe you're changing internet providers, you need that taken care of, you're installing a new provider, printers, newer use, anything at all. Get there and see Tim and his capable assistants. 37 Walden Street, downtown Hillsdale, 517-610-5372, or better still, tell them Mickey and I sent you. Thank you very much. Standouts at the combine for the Lions. Players who had formal meetings with the Lions this past week in Indianapolis at Lucas Oil, and who I think the Lions, a good chance that they could be taking any one of these guys. First, second, third, even the fourth round if they're still available. But standouts, players that I think would have an immediate impact for the Lions. By the way, before you missed it, unless you missed it rather, the 49ers have traded Deebo Samuel to the Washington Commanders for a fifth-round draft pick. This is a guy who hasn't been able to stay healthy the last 2 years, and his production has declined, and I think that's why all they got for him was a fifth-round pick. Now, was it a good pickup for the Commanders? I don't know. The guy's been hurt a lot. We'll see. But Deebo Samuel is now a member of the Washington Commanders. Players who I think the Lions could draft and have an immediate impact. Start with an edge, James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee. He had 10 sacks this year. He's 6'5", 250, ran a 4.5 40. Defensive tackle, C.J. West of Indiana. Folks, this guy is 6'2" and 320 pounds, and he ran a 4.9 40. A guy that big running a 40-yard dash in less than 5 seconds to me is pretty impressive. CB, a quarterback, Darian Porter out of Iowa State, 6'4", 200. Also, he ran a 4.3 40. Remember that name, Darian Porter out of Iowa State. The Lions met with all these guys. Defensive tackle, Derek Harmon of Oregon, 6'5" and 315. Linebacker Chris Paul, the Lions had more than one meeting with this guy. 6'2" and 240 out of Ole Miss. Chris Paul, his nickname is Pooh Paul. Defensive tackle Kenneth Grant out of Michigan. I think this guy Lions should move up to get him if they have a shot at him. Edge Mike Green out of Marshall. You've heard a lot about this guy, 6'4", 250. At that size, I think he's suited more as a Sam or strong side linebacker. That's the guy's name to remember. Jihad Campbell. You like to see the Lions bring in another Campbell at linebacker. This guy is 6'3", 250 out of Alabama. We all know what Brad Holmes thinks about guys out of Alabama. Mike Green, edge out of Marshall, 6'4", 250. Had 17 sacks this past season. Led the Sun Belt Conference at that. At that size, I think he's suited more as I said, a Sam linebacker, strong side linebacker, Sam linebacker. At that size, a 6'4", only 250. And I don't think the Lions are bringing back Derek Barnes. Throw in a wide receiver with that too. Pat Bryant out of Illinois, 6'2". He had a very good combine. This past season for Illinois, he had a 1.8% drop rate. And add to that a 69.2 contested catch rate. 69.2 contested catch rate. That's pretty darn good. He had a very impressive combine last week. I can see him as a backup for Tim Patrick, or if the Lions decide they want to move on from Tim Patrick. I could very well see them drafting him. I think he fit right in with that John Morton offense, rather. As he said this year, he wants to stretch the field more with more downfield passes. As exciting as the Lion offense has been, I think it could be even more exciting under the leadership of one John Morton. Okay. Well, I got you caught up on everything that we didn't see in the first show that we've done. Obviously, we're still having some technical issues here. Get a little frustrated with that right now, but hopefully you got all this in. So we'll talk to you again tomorrow night, Tuesday, tomorrow night, and then again on Wednesday. I just wanted to give you everything you didn't get that got left out of the first show that we did today. So that's going to do it till tomorrow night. Don't forget Saturday morning with Andy, 9 to 10 here on WCSR 92.1 FM. I'll talk to you all again tomorrow night. So till then, have a good rest of your evening. Remember, please treat each other with respect. And so long, everybody.